Hi, it's Saturday night. How's everybody doing? Um, well, had a great weekend. I those of you who bark, those of you who might stumble on this on YouTube, maybe I don't know. I used to do kind of a life video blog on TikTok, and I started doing it a year and a half ago, and then that account got Thanos because I wore this in a live, which those of you who've been on TikTok know how that works. And I hadn't before, usually just kick me out and then whatever. But then I started, because it was kind of like a sub account to my main human account. And then I started doing it there on my main account. Didn't care. At that point, everybody knew I was a puppy. Didn't care. My whole life does. Whatever. So I just did my little life blogs, and there's a lot of people who like to see it. I've been saying, hey, I'm going to do it here and here and try to find me. But as of 8:30 Mountain Standard Time in TikTok went away. I know a lot of us aren't happy about it. We told our people, we told our government multiple times, fix this. You created a problem that wasn't there. Get rid of it. And they didn't. They absolutely didn't. Why? It's not hard to figure out. Because the people who own this app, this website, people who own Meta, the piece of trash that owns X, didn't want it. They had to change how they did things because of TikTok. YouTube didn't have shorts before TikTok. Facebook didn't have reels. X didn't have whatever the fuck it has now. And the fun part was I never did any of this for money. Never got any. Don't want any. Don't care. When I first started doing TikTok, May of 23. God, almost 2 years ago now. It was after I found Puppy. And I never wanted, like, it was never a, I'm going to become famous or I'm going to try to be some kind of influencer or I'm going to try to become anything. I didn't care. I just knew that I like to talk. And I like to talk a lot. And I like to talk to people. And I have a lot of things I think about. I was like, you know what? I'll bet there's people that want to think the same way I do. Or maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna make them think about something they hadn't thought about before. In my very first video, I started off with "Hi," and then one day, I don't know what it was. I started off my video with "Hi." And I don't know how or why I did it, and it's kind of become my brand. One of my friends that I met when I first became Puppy, who's become him and I have become very, very close. He goes, you know, it's kind of fun that you made your brand with one word. Everybody knows when they hear that. It's Phoenix. Hell, I remember after I met my boyfriend, shortly after we got together, one day I answered the phone and I went, "Hi." And he went, "That fucking hi," and just started giggling. And he even does now when he hears me say it. He just smiles. Now I'm not doing this again. I'm not going to do my little video blog thing here for clicks or views, or I'm not going to worry about being monetized. I just don't give a shit. I don't. If someone pays attention to me, great. I love the fact that the people who do seek out what I have to say, that means more to me than anything else in the world. It always has. All the people who I, especially the last couple of days on TikTok, I would got so many comments or DMs that said, "I'm gonna miss hearing you every day." I've had people reach out and say they were in a bad place with bad people, and I made them smile just because I was me, talking about my life as it is. I always, I never sugarcoated what I did wrong or what I said wrong or how I acted. If I was wrong, I was wrong. I didn't lie. If somebody else did something great for me or around me, I always talked it up. I never took anybody down because I didn't care. They'll sink themselves. The only thing I've ever said and ever mentioned was my boyfriend, Calf. I mention him every day because he means more to me than anything else in the world. The exception being my kids. Even though we're not talking. I just, I do this to say, hey, you're not the only person that thinks like this. You're not alone. And I always encourage people when they want to talk to me to just do it. I'll talk to you. And sure, I kind of took a hit off that drug of being a little not safe for work on my blue sky. Took a hit on that and went, oh, hey, this is kind of fun. And getting that kind of attention is fun. Because I always said I wouldn't do it. Like, I'm not that puppy. Well, I'm not immune. And to be fair, I was having some, you know, insecurities. And that's been seeming to help. Of course, when you have people going, "Oh, hi," whatever, or even just liking the picture and getting a lot of them, you're like, "Oh, wait a minute, this is all right, girl, I get it." But this is something I do. I come on, I ramble, I have a good time. But that's what I did on TikTok. And anytime I've posted something here, it hasn't gone anywhere. It just fell on its face. Might get one or two views. Why? Because I don't care. Somebody sees it. And eventually somebody's going to see it. They're going to like it. And they're going to interact with it. They're going to share it with a friend. Because they go like, hey, this puppy's kind of, he's kind of got something to say. Like right now, I don't really have much to say. I posted an Instagram that said what I had to say. And I know big evil meta, and I get it. But I'm not downloading another app that's going to, no. TikTok is special. It was special to so many people. And now it's gone. And we're all going to have to try to find our voices somewhere. And this is what I'm hoping is I can at least try it here. I'm not expecting the world. I'm not expecting a lot of views. I'm not expecting a lot of followers. I'm not going to be some kind of influencer because that's not who I am. But if you want to hear what I have to say, my little daily whatevers, me going, hi, it's Saturday, then come watch it. I want to see a puppy being a puppy, being real, being who he is. Sometimes I'm going to be political. I am very progressive. I'm very liberal. So you're going to hear things from me that aren't, sometimes I do get political. I'm not going to be so much anymore because I can't care. Like, there's very few politicians that actually gave a shit. That do give a shit. I'm also not going to censor how I talk. I'm not going to, talk baby talk because I might get demonetized. I don't fucking care, YouTube. Fucking demonetized. Don't mind. Whatever. I don't fucking care. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for the other puppies that exist that just need to see or hear something that isn't your typical puppy stuff. And those of us who are puppies, we understand. Isn't sexual, isn't stupid, isn't silly. It's just real. I want to be real and honest. I'm going to miss TikTok more than I thought I would. And I'm hoping I can make something here. I really do. Just what I had. Because I do truly care about every single person that followed me, every single person that watched me. That meant the world. It meant that what I had to say wasn't all that bad. It meant that what I had to say maybe affected them in some positive way and they like to hear it. And TikTok was that for so many people. I'm not the only one. TikTok gave us a simple way of connecting with others and making us feel like we weren't necessarily alone in a way that nothing else has. Blue Sky is the only one that has the potential of not making us feel like trash every time we open it. I curated my Facebook feed long ago, once I figured out their fucking algorithm, to make goddamn sure, that I didn't see conservative bullshit. I did a pretty good job. I don't see anything on there. I have memes, puppies, and a couple of friends and family. That's all I see on my Facebook. Or cars. I'm a huge car fanatic, as you can tell behind me here. And there's a lot more than that in this apartment. And when my boyfriend gets in, moved in, and we get the shelves and stuff, a lot of my toy cars are coming out. So, but yeah, that's what I'm doing this for. I'm doing this not just for myself, but for anybody else who just wants to realize that you can be a puppy without wearing your underwear out in public constantly or showing your junk on a website or well, I don't fucking know. You can be a puppy. And that part can definitely exist. It does for me. But it can also be you. And fully you. So I'm gonna keep trying to do these. I'll probably post one here in the morning when I get up before I talk to my boyfriend, which would be so much better when he's moved in because I can just talk to him, not always on the phone. So I'll take a page out of a couple of my, well, one, Jeremy Clarkson, and two, Hoovie from Hoovie's Garage. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that I can find my viewership somewhere again. So I do miss them. I do miss you guys if you do see this. And I'll try to post unique content to every platform. At least to the three I know I'm going to do for sure, which will be Instagram, here, and Clapper. Um, I need to figure out how to make that on my profiles. I've never, like I said, never wanted to be an influencer, but I have a following, and I want to keep them. I do enjoy them, so I never bothered to figure out how to, cross whatever. I know there's a link tree thing. I could probably go in there and make a link tree. I guess I could do that. Probably a lot easier. Of course, like I said, any of you who see me here or saw me on TikTok and how, positive and uplifting I am and sweet, I do have a spicy side, and that's on my blue sky. And if you go to my blue sky, you're going to see a lot of things. Like, I don't get nude because I don't believe in that. Like, I love bark. I love seeing it. I just don't. I just don't want to post it. I think, like, if you go back to the 40s, 50s with the pinup girls, I think doing that kind of stuff is sexier. It needs a little imagination. It's a little more fun. That being said, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope we can come together here even, and I don't know, make something like we had on TikTok. At least I can at least talk to you guys again. So, love you all.